So here's the deal. If you like, listen, and subscribe to This Is Truly News, we worry about you.
Let me interrupt you for just a second. You didn't get that thing in mailbag you wanted to get in.
Oh, well, I'll put it here then.
Okay.
Listen, like, subscribe, and follow This Is Truly News. And if you have a weird story, send it to TITR@netradio.network.
Which is finally being monitored properly.
If you're wandering about the world and you come across one of two things, a fat guy-sized sweatshirt with a Fighting Sioux logo, the old one from North Dakota.
Ooh, yeah.
Or the Legend M,
yeah,
classic M from the Gophers.
Oh, from the University of Minnesota.
If you look between, when you look at the bottom, all three of the little things should line up at the bottom of the M.
Yeah.
And then you have two arrows pointing up.
Yep.
If you see any of those in a fat guy size, buy it. I will make sure Scott reimburses you.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Sure.
I'm trying to send Mike Dime a hat right now.
I have been trying forever to get. Remember, we had that when painting one wall a different color was a thing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We've still got one.
Yeah, we do too. It's recently changed from maroon to a brownish thing. It's very lovely. But we had the maroon. It was maroon for a long time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And all I could think of was, we need to put a big M there.
I think your wife would go for that.
No, she didn't for a lot of for all those years. She didn't. Yeah, she didn't go for it.
The Minnesota Gophers is the best.
Yeah, and I couldn't understand why. The only Gopher she doesn't root for is the men's hockey teams, and that makes no sense to me.
Have we started this show yet?
I hope not.
This is True,
now we have.
Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
And this from Jessica Thompson. Hi, Jessica. Prisoners 37-year-old John Garza and 43-year-old Arlie Nemo escaped from the Newport News jail using primitive-made tools constructed from a toothbrush and a metal object to break open their cell wall and access unsecured rebars between the walls.
They shivved the wall.
Basically, they shivved the wall. Then they used a rebar to break a small hole in the wall and climbed through, according to the sheriff. Once out of their jail cell, the men scaled the containment wall and made a run for it. Ask me where they ran to.
Where did they run to, sir?
The International House of Pancakes in Hampton. Bystanders at the IHOP noticed the two inmates and called police. They were easy to spot, what with their prison garb, prison tattoos, the way they behaved, all prisony and stuff. They were arrested and sent back to the pokey, minus any pokey stuff they might use to get to IHOP again.
I'm not sure if they noticed, but they used mostly stuff they could find again at prison to make the pokey stuff.
They're going to have to watch out for these guys.
Hey, did we ever talk about the United Airlines pilot who went cuckoo? Kind of.
Well, years gone by.
He attacked a...
Oh, no.
Okay. United Airline pilot has been charged in a bizarre axe attack. I don't know how I missed this, but Michelle didn't. Earlier this month.
Acts in the New Testament?
No, I mean Axe, A-X.
Oh, I thought he said his head on fire. Those of you who know Acts will get that.
He attacked a parking arm at the Denver International Airport employee parking lot.
What?
Causing $700 in damage and a lot of fun with the video. Police say the pilot is Kenneth Henderson Jones. He told them he just hit his breaking point. On August 2nd, CBS News Colorado gets the video. If you look at it, you will see a 63-year-old pilot armed with a full-size axe that, Paul Bunyan would have used if he were normal size. And in the video, he chops at the parking arm at the exit gate of an employee parking lot 23 times. Because it took 23 times to get that rascal on the ground and separated from the base. A few minutes after that, Jones scuffles at length with an airport employee who saw what happened and tried to take the axe away from the pilot. Brave. Not real smart, but brave.
Yeah, there you go.
The pilot finally surrenders the axe after a second Denver airport employee intervenes and helps wrestle it away.
I'm flying in there in October. I'm flying over to see Chris.
Luckily, you will not go into you're not going to park there anyway because you don't work there, but...
Can I bring an axe?
You got to go by the employees' parking lot and see if they put the arm back up.
Okay, I'll give it a look.
They did. Airport administrators described it as a physical struggle between the three, but no injuries. Adams County authorities, the only injury was actually to the arm of the...
Yeah, stomp arm.
It's a thing, so no one cared. Adams County authorities have charged Jones with misdemeanor criminal mischief. Misdemeanor with an axe. Okay.
Misdemeanors can be expensive.
Yep. He'll be in court late in September at Adams County Court for arraignment. Russ Carlton is the corporate communications manager for United Airlines, said he's been removed from the schedule
Until he calms down.
He's on leave until United conducts an internal investigation. That should be a short moment.
Yeah, shouldn't take long.
Carlton hasn't offered any comments or details, but Adams County Sheriff's deputies say Jones told them he just hit his breaking point, and according to a police report, he said he was just trying to leave, but he estimated there were 6 cars in line at each of the 3 exit gates, and airport administrators have said there have been, shall we say, issues with the lot as people don't have the proper permits to get out.
Oh, good Lord.
Deputies say Jones told them he was simply trying to get rid of the issue for everyone waiting. I'm guessing the folks who on that lane just went, okay, see ya.
Yeah, I got to go now.
Nice guy arrested.
Or they stuck around to photograph the fight.
Well, somebody probably did that from outside already.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, Marge, watch this.
Get this. Tina Height has sued the Columbia County, Arkansas Sheriff's Office.
Tina, what'd they do?
She's also suing Sheriff Mike Lowe and Deputy Brian Williams.
Yeah.
After Williams shot her while trying to hit her Pomeranian dog.
Okay, dude, you would have to be like Deadshot to hit a Pomeranian and not the person holding it.
A Pomeranian moving. Apparently, the Pomeranian wasn't in her arms.
So you should be sober when you're going to try and shoot a Pomeranian.
Height called 911 for help for what she described as a domestic violence situation. But body cam video shows when she opened the door for another deputy, her dogs came out, including the vicious Pomeranian, which ran barking toward Williams.
You met my dog Spike?
Williams seemed to panic. You think?
Small dog, sharp teeth.
By the way, if you're afraid of dogs, that should disqualify you from being a police officer. Pomeranians are nothing to worry about. I've been bitten by Pomeranians.
You really don't have to shoot at them. Just kick them.
Yeah, right.
Everyone does, even their owners.
So he panics, threatens to kill the dog, fired an apparent warning shot, then fired a shot toward the dog. A warning shot. Seriously?
For a dog?
The dog is shot, missed the dog, but hit Height, who was standing on her porch next to the other deputy. This guy should never
could have
be
hit his own partners. What he could have done. That'd been good.
Friendly fire. When Height screamed that she had been shot, Williams denied shooting her and claimed that her dog had scratched her. Want to know why that was a lie? You want to know how we know?
How do we know?
The bullet's still lodged in Height's shin.
There we go. Yeah, right. Dude, that only works if it's a graze and you recover the bullet quickly and cover up the hole it made.
The guy, but to try to lie to her right there after that is just, that tells you something about this guy. He should not be a police officer.
Let me explain to you about gaslighting has to be done much better than that.
Yeah, right. You're an idiot. Antoine? So
I figured this story must have been written by the first line tells me this is written by somebody who likes gun control. Okay. Only in America. No,
I like gun control where you don't shoot near your partner or hit
I like
lady.
The gun control when the person with the gun knows how to control it.
I want educated gun control.
Yeah. After gunfire injured 2 women during a Chicago White Sox game on Friday. See, it's a Chicago White Sox. I saw the headline, right? 2 injured gunfire at White Sox game. And I thought, South Side Chicago.
Real quick, before you clowns over in UK get very smug at all. I've seen what goes on outside your football games and sometimes inside your football games. Shut the
ones
heck
inside
up.
Are worse.
Yeah.
Where was I now? Oh, 2 women, gunfight, White Sox game. A new report indicates that not only did the gun in question belong to one of the victims, but that she smuggled it into Guaranteed Rate Field. Remember when they just used to be like, Comiskey Park? Now they're all sold. Guaranteed Rate Field in a highly unusual way. Peggy Kaczynski, a journalist for ESPN Chicago turned investigative reporter. Don't get me started on ESPN.
Or investigative reporters.
They used to report sports. Now it's just politics. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Peggy reported on Twitter that the shooting, quote, was indeed an accidental discharge by one of the women grazed by the bullet, adding she reportedly snuck the gun in past metal detectors, hiding it in the folds of her belly fat.
I thought it was going to be worse than that. So
I'm not sure it can get a lot worse than that.
Well, it can.
No, it can't.
Oh, it can.
No, that would be normal. I've watched weird crime shows. I know that. I don't want to think about it.
Yeah, right.
Because I'm pretty sure the gun would be uncomfortable. Anyway,
can I make a point of order
no, you
here?
cannot.
Why?
Because we'll be here for days.
Okay, well, I'm fine with that. Yeah,
Okay,
stop. Watch it. You've had oral surgery. Be careful.
No, they did more than just talk about it.
So let's just say there's no such thing as a what did you call it? An accidental discharge? The writer called it accident. That's a negligent discharge because the person carrying the gun was negligent. There's no accidental.
When you're carrying it there, how do you know what it's doing? Is what I just anyway.
The authorities feel where the hammer is.
Oh, you could, if it's a Glock, it doesn't even have a hammer. You can tell.
Well, there is that.
No, I probably wouldn't have one in the chamber though, if I'm going to be holding it there. Authorities previously said the 42-year-old woman who sustained a gunshot wound to the leg was treated at a local hospital. While
how fat is she? I mean, how low does that stuff hang?
Well, obviously enough to conceal a gun from the
and shoot her in the leg from that position.
What you think you have to go through to get in? Wow. A 26-year-old woman suffered a graze wound to her abdomen, refused medical treatment. I don't want to know. It was not immediately clear which woman in Krasinski's report actually had the gun and which was just the one grazed. On Monday, Chicago police said the investigators had almost completely confirmed the shots had come from inside the stadium. So ESPN was a step ahead of I want to say something bad about Chicago, something goofy about Chicago PD, but dude, welcome to the jungle. You just can't. Good luck.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.